Rory said the 76 at Bay Hill on Sunday was a wake-up call. He spent a good portion of Monday, normally a day off, working on his swing, and it paid dividends. And we saw evidence of that very first hole out of the day with a shot, Brandel, that had been giving him some trouble.
You asked me last night, how do you like Rory? I said, well, ask me again after the first 3 holes, after I watched his first 3 approaches. I think we got up this morning, we were having a cup of coffee, and after this shot, I thought, game on, because we didn't see him hit too many like that last Sunday.
Right, that whole location was tucked left. He had been missing it left. Here he is at 12. He loved this shot, just a little sawed-off short shot.
Yeah, I mean, we know when he gets the wind in his sails how good he can be, and coming out of the blocks, birdie, 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 set him up beautifully. You knew it was going to be a good day for Rory after that.
Not many holes out here can you hit driver, about 50% of the time for the longest of drivers, but he gutted at 325. Beautiful approach shot to 15 feet. Nice birdie at the 14th. And here at the 17th, Paul.
Yeah, 17th again, taking water out of play. Obviously, it wasn't at its most difficult today. That's the perfect yardage to pitch it in into that backboard. Give yourself a little bit of wiggle room if you get a bit of spin. Beautifully underneath the hole, and that was to set up another birdie.
And he's 6 under through 8 holes, and now at 18.
Yeah, you know, early call, right? I mean, we're early in 2024, but it's been a weird year thus far for Rory with so many golf balls in the water. We saw him hit 2 or 3 in the water at Dubai. He's hit 11 balls in the water thus far. 15 balls is all he hit in the water all of last year. Of course, trying to figure out exactly where this crossed was a bit of a common theme because it wasn't just the 18th tee shot. We'll see more of that later in the show. Now, what a shot here, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, nearly 300 yards he was coming in here. I don't even think this was a full 3-wood. It may well have been his 5-wood, but nonetheless, he found the putting surface. That was a brave shot, a good shot, considering water again on the left that he faced from so far back, and to hit it on there and salvage a bogey certainly kept him on the right tracks.
Yeah, he turns in 5 under 31.
My goodness, was a putter working. The last 3 rounds, Paul, you said last week he was 4th in the field. Of course, he lit it up in the 2nd round, and no, I don't know that I've ever seen him putt better than he did today.
And this is what we're going to talk about a little bit later. A little bit of controversy around this one. Ball bounced there on the side of the bank and went in the water. But now the question is, where did the ball cross? Rory presumed it crossed up there. He dropped it. He was about to play it. And all of a sudden, Jordan went, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's have a discussion about this.
It doesn't mean anything. It's what you guys think.
Yeah, I've been over there. You can't follow the ball from over there before.
We're going to get into all of this later, but there was a little bit of controversy there too, and Victor Hovland was involved as well.
Yeah, he made double bogey. I thought this was enormous. Birdie to close it out at the par 5. 19 birdied all 4 par 5s. Round of 65. Here's Rory.
I'm not sure how the strokes gain approach stats look like, but it's probably been one of my best days in a while, which is really nice. Yeah, the feeling is good with the irons, and you know the feeling with the driver and the woods and the 3-wood is just a little bit different. But you know, as long as I remind myself on the tee box that okay, this is a wood, and I get on the fairway and this is an iron, and I have 2 different feels and 2 different thoughts, then it's okay. But yeah, much improved on the approach play today, which was really nice to see.
You called Sunday a wake-up call. What did it wake you up to?
Just I needed to clean up the technique a little bit. Needed to clean up some things. And honestly, just needed to put the time in. I think when you play, you know, I've wanted to play a lot at the start this year, and I have, but when you play a lot, you don't maybe get the time to practice all that much at the same time. You know, if I, you know, say I had a decent day on Sunday at Bay Hill and shot 70, you know, for sure I would have taken the Monday off here. But because of not shooting a decent score, I grinded on the range and figured something out and put the time in, and you know, it's, you know, sort of already reaping benefits, so that's nice.
So 10 birdies for Rory McIlroy, most he has ever made in, was it 41 rounds now here at TPC Sawgrass. And Brandel and Paul will get into this, picking up about 3.5 strokes to the field, both putting and approach to the green. Those have been sore spots in the last month or so. What did you see today that you absolutely, you loved? And I have to say, you saw coming.
Look, a lot of hard work went into this, and he needed to iron some things out. I mean, it's championship season. You can drive the eyes at it, and that's important. But iron play is more important than anything else, and he's really struggling in that regard. I had the good fortune to talk to him yesterday. He told me exactly what he was working on his iron play. He told me that he had worked the problems out. He spent 5 hours, I believe he told Damon Hack. But we'll go back to last week just to give a back-and-forth comparison between how bad it was on Sunday and how wonderful it was today. Let's go back to the start of Sunday. He, again, drove it beautifully. I mean, this is a really hard drive at the first hole at Bay Hill, and left him almost nothing to this front left hole location. Thought he might stuff it in there. But as Rory was talking to me, he said, look, the same feel he had with his driver was getting him 2 degrees out to the right. So his path was to the right, his face was closed, so he had these pulls. So he wanted to correct that. So he spent all this time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, getting more on top of it, trying to exit more to the left. There you see the exit to the left, and also having the face angle more neutral on his release. Beautiful shot to start his day at the 10th hole. That one wasn't going left. That one was spot on. We'll go back to last week, second hole. Again, long irons. This is where Rory has really been able to separate himself amongst other areas, but in particular, 175 to 200 yards. Pull there, he knew it from the second he hit it. We'll go forward to the 11th hole today, the par 5, where you drive it down there. He's got about 226. You can look where he's lining up. Last week when he was lining up left, more times than not, he kind of double-cross himself or pull it. Just wasn't coming out of the right barrel. This was absolutely brilliant. That green at the 11th is very narrow. Long, but plenty narrow. High soft cut's what you're looking for. High soft cut, what he's got. This was painful. Painful for him, painful for all the Rory fans for sure. Last Sunday, 6th hole. Again, great drive, iron into this green, licking his chops, front right pin. He didn't even come close to having the right shot. Excuse me, that was front left pin there. Overhooks it, finds the water, pays the price for it. So, forward to the second today. Again, long shot into a par 5, not double-crossing himself today. Looking up, looking down, loving every single minute of this one. What a difference, 3, 4, 5 days makes, 3, 4, 5 hours worth of work, but also just knowing his game and having all of that talent. And we talked about it. I mean, again, the iron play was great, but he also gave us sort of a preview of one shot that he was going to hit today. Paul, we were talking about it last night, where Harry Diamond only carries around one long tee. That's it. That's all he allows Rory to have. So it was a lot of fun to watch him hit this shot at 16 today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. He fired it up over the trees, and I think it was only a 9-iron. Second shot he hit into that par 5. But, you know, one of the things that was highlighted there as well, and I've picked up on it too, Brandel, this is the drive. We talk about it before we go there.
This was on 10 last week, where Harry let him have that one long tee,
with
right?
the long tree, yeah. I mean, this was never been done before, had it, on the 10th hole in Bay Hill. Guys in the green are amazed. It's like, who has hit that well? There's only one guy could have hit that, really. And it's incredible that he found that green, but it shows you the power that he's got. Here he is, 16 today. He's got to really take it over the trees. It's only the last couple of years that we've seen guys take on and challenge these trees. Before that, it used to be a kind of a draw they used to play. Now, with the high launch they're able to do, they hit it onto the crosswalk there. I think he'd only 168 or something, second shot, something really, really short anyway, as he went in on that par 5. And it just shows you the importance of power in the game. But, you know, one of the things I was going to highlight, Brandel, is that a lot of the hooks have come, and you highlighted it there, was when the pins are on the left-hand side, or when there's trouble on the left-hand side. Twice today, when the trouble on the left-hand side, i.e. water, he hooked it in there. And a few times last week, as well as today, with trouble on the left-hand side, that's when he seems to battle. Here is 15 here today. Pin is slightly on the left-hand side, and this is a don't go left swing. This is the opposite to the hook. This is coming from the same spot from the inside, but it's like, I'm not going to flip the face. I'm going to keep it wide open. So poor with a short iron there. Into the first hole again today. Look at that pin tucked over to the front left-hand side. Doesn't want to, you know, hunt down that flag too much. And again, you know, it's a little bit of a bail out to the right-hand side. So he's not, what I'm saying is, look, the guy was second in strokes gained approach today. Unbelievably huge improvement. I'm not, you know, I'm just nitpicking here, but when the pins are on the left, he's got a little gremlin going in there with left pins. And these are highlighting a couple examples of it. You know, the two stats, if you look at his stats that have been really way off this year in the, I know it's a short sample size, but the tournaments that he's played this year, the two stats that are miles off have been putting and strokes gained approach. Both of them today, he was 1 and 2 in. So that tells you he's not going to, didn't drive the ball amazingly well today, although it was good. There's plenty in the tank. If he keeps up this level of putting and this level of approach play, you know, we're going to see vintage Rory here. And, you know, with Scheffler playing the way he is too, and, you know, the fact that so many top players finally have all come to play at the same time, we may well be in for a good weekend here.
It set up perfectly for Rory this morning. Softer golf course, very little wind, and he got after it.